What's up? It's your boy TL again. This is your 2013 Cleveland Browns preview. Where do I begin? Everything's new. We have a new owner. We have a new GM. We have a new head coach, new offense coordinator, defense coordinator. So everything's new. So far, sounds good. The owner wants to win. He's more involved than the last owner. Um, New head coach Rob Chudzinski was a surprise. He wasn't really at the front of the list, but he is from Ohio. He is a Browns fan. He is arguably offensive genius. We got Ray Rhodes from Arizona. He's a very respected defensive coordinator. The interesting thing is he has a very attacking style defense, and the Browns, as you know, I mean, we barely ever get sacks. So that'll be really interesting to see if we can transition into his defense. So, I guess the easiest way to do this would be to go through the depth chart, offense then defense. From the top, obviously, starter Brandon Weeden. Chudzinski, oh, I didn't mention Norv Turner's our offensive coordinator. A lot of people don't think he was a good head coach in San Diego, but I do believe he's brilliant when it comes to quarterbacks, running backs, and tight ends. And luckily for us, we have good people at all those positions. But anyway, starting at quarterback, we have Brandon Weeden, just named the starter. Chudzinski said it was close a couple weeks ago. I don't know why it would be close. Jason Campbell is a very capable backup, but he's a backup. He has no business starting in the NFL anymore. I'm excited for Brandon Weeden's second year. I think this offense with Norv Turner really fits his strengths, so that'll be exciting. You have Brandon Weeden, Jason Campbell is a backup, good to go. Moving on, running back. Trent Richardson, obviously, in my opinion, he's a top 5 running back in the NFL. He was banged up last year, still had a really good year for his rookie season. This year he's healthy, so watch out, because the guy's ridiculous. He can do it all. He can block, run, catch, fight for yards, touchdown monster, you name it. So that's exciting. Behind him, unfortunately, Dion Lewis was our emerging second, his backup. He just broke his leg in the last preseason game, so he's out for the season. That's really big bummer because he looked really good. Behind him, there's Chris Ogboyana, there's Brandon Jackson. All those guys, they're not bad. They definitely shouldn't be starters, but you know they can give Trent a breather whenever he needs one. Moving on, fullback is Owen Maricic. Once again, pretty good fullback. Very capable. Moving on to receivers, Josh Gordon. He's suspended for the first 2 games, but I do think he's a legit #1 receiver in the NFL. So when he comes back, assuming that he can stay healthy and not get suspended or just stay out of trouble, he'll be fine. I mean, I think Weeden will be thrown to him all year. Greg Little has been working in the off season with Brandon Weeden to get good chemistry with him. He's been staying after practice and putting in hard work. He just got in trouble for he got in a wreck, some driving stuff, but he's a good kid. He's gonna stay out of trouble. Behind him, you have Travis Benjamin. You have we just picked up David Nelson from the Bills. We have Devon Bess. He's a third down specialist from Miami. Now, if you think about it, last time the Browns won a lot of games was back when Derek Anderson had his little fluke year, and if you remember, we had Braylon Edwards and Kellen Winslow and Joe Jurevicius on third downs. Now this is what's interesting. Now we have Devon Bess for third downs, and we have Jordan Cameron emerging as tight end, and we have Josh Gordon and Greg Little. So the pieces are there. Whether or not it happens, we'll see. The only thing that worries me right now about the offense is our offensive line. We've had 2 guards get hurt. One guy's out for a while. The other guy's out for 2 to 4 weeks. So we'll see if some guys can step up. Obviously, a tight end, like I said, Jordan Cameron. He's a former basketball player in college, big, athletic tight end. Norv Turner's track record with tight ends. Left tackle, best left tackle in the game, Joe Thomas. Left guard and right guard are both a question mark because of injuries. I believe John Greco is going to start at right guard. And there's a rookie named Garrett Gilkey that has been really working hard, so he might take the left guard spot. Center's Alex Smith, solid. Right tackle last year was Mitchell Schwartz. He was really a pleasant surprise. We dropped him in the second round. Obviously, I'd never heard of him, So I was kind of pissed off, but he's really good. It's really nice to have two good tackles on each side. Moving on to defense. Between left end, we're in a 3-4 now. So between left end, right end, and D tackle, we have Desmond Bryant from the Raiders. He's supposedly really good. Ataya Rubin at D tackle, in my opinion, top 5 D tackle in the NFL. And Phil Taylor, who's also a D tackle, but you can kind of move those guys around between those 3 positions. All 3 of those guys are solid. Then you go back to the linebacker spots, and you have D'Qwell Jackson in the middle. In my opinion, they should start Craig Robertson. Whenever Craig Robertson has played, he's played very well. I think he's a baller. I hope he starts. At the other outside linebacker positions, you have Jabal Sheard, who's transitioning from the end. That's our linebacker. Obviously, we drafted Barkevious Mingo, and he'll be getting. I'm not sure if he's going to start and play all the time, but he's definitely going to get his chance to shine. He had a scary injury in the preseason, but he looks like he's fine. Other outside linebacker, we got Paul Kruger from the Ravens, and also Quentin Groves. He came over from Arizona with the defensive coordinator, like I said, Ray Rhodes, so he knows the system. Paul Kruger, obviously, SAT guy from the Baltimore Ravens, so that'll be interesting. Because if you see what they're doing, they're getting a whole bunch of guys that can apply pressure and attack the quarterback. We've never had that before, so that's very exciting. Moving on to cornerbacks, Joe Hayden, obviously top 5 cornerback in the NFL. We drafted Leon McFadden in the draft. I'm not sure if he can be the other side to complement Joe Hayden or not. I really hope so, but who knows. Buster Skrine, obviously, he's not, in my opinion, he should be a nickelback. He shouldn't be a starting cornerback, but we might not have a choice. And Chris Owens also has been fighting for some playing time, so it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out between those 3. Free safety job was just given to Tayshawn Gibson. I've seen him play a little bit. He's a scrapper, but he seems like he won't be a weakness. Strong safety, T.J. Ward. I love T.J. Ward. I would even go as far as saying you should get T.J. Ward as a sleeper in fantasy, because he's going to be all over the place, rushing the quarterback, getting sacks, tackles like a wild man. So that'll be interesting. And last but not least, our kicker is Shane Graham, and our punter is Spencer Lanning. Who is Spencer Lanning? I have no idea. His punts in the preseason have been good. His average is good. So far, so good. The thing with the kicker, Shane Graham, he's been known to make all the kicks that don't matter, and then when the kicks matter, he misses them. So that sucks. We lost Josh Cribbs and Phil Dawson in the offseason. That hurts my heart a little bit, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, go Browns. I'm out. Peace.